powerful millionaire school training that is going to be helping so many of us. So if you know you are not here, please, people that are not here, reach out to them so that they can be here. Okay, so sorry about that. I muted myself without knowing. So we're going to be having a very wonderful training today. And with this, I want to welcome each and every one of us to today's Friday Millionaire School Training. So take today as one of the days you're going to be learning one thing that is going to be taking you to the next level. You know, for so many of us that attended our summit, our retreat in Enugu, the Southeast, people that attended the retreat in Enugu, we all learned a lot of things. Sure, so many of us has been so excited about what we learned. But one good thing that we really need to know is that when you are really excited about a certain thing, the best thing that can happen to you is working with that particular excitement. So many of us had so many excitement. We've all of us are really eager to do the business, but the question is, what are you doing with the excitement? Are you just there sharing your stories of, if you see what I saw there, if you see what I saw there, you're just telling people the whole story without you taking action with it? Some of those things that will land there, some of those excitement we came back with are things we are supposed to use and groom up ourselves to the next level. If you do not do that, even in next year, you will still go back, be excited, and still not climb the stage. So right now, we are going to be doing a wonderful training of what is going to give us that success. And from this particular training, each and every one of us is going to understand the main reason why actually we don't get to the level we ought to get to. The main reason why so many of us, every now and then, we struggle, but we don't find out the reason that is making us to not to succeed in what we are looking for. So today we're going into this particular training so that each and every one of us can be able to. I can hear somebody saying, I can't hear anything. Please, can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So today we're going to be talking about the 12 main reasons people fail in network marketing. 12 main reasons people fail in network marketing. If you understand this particular training, if you understand the reason why people fail in network marketing, if you understand this, it is really going to help you, because it is going to make you know those things that once you do this, it is not going to augur well with you and you start avoiding them. So today we're going into this particular 12 main reasons, the reason why people fail in network marketing. Why is it that I'm doing all the activity I am supposed to be doing, but even at that, I've not gotten to the level that I really want to get to? We are going to be discussing about it today so that each and every one of us will understand the reason why we are still where we are. So that is it. So the first one from these 12 main reasons people fail in network marketing is that the major reason why people fail in network marketing, we are going to be pointing it out, and I am going to be listing it one after the other. So the first one is this. The first one is when you have no mentor to guide you. When you have no mentor to guide you, you are going to have a lot of problem in what you are doing. There are so many of us that have the capacity. We already have the skills. We want to get to the next level in this business. We want to grow in this particular business. We have all it takes. But why is it that we are still where we are? The reason why we are still where we are is just because we do not have a mentor. So many of us, in actual sense, everybody in this particular organization, in actual sense, once you sign in into this business, automatically, whether you like it or not, you already have a mentor. But the question is, How many of us really know that we have a mentor? How many of us really appreciate the mentorship that we are getting? There are so many of us that when we have downtime, we do not even reach out to our mentors. We look at people that are our mentors as if to say they are not old enough to be our mentor. Like some persons will look at some their mentors and say, if not for this business, this person go fit talk to me. I'm older than this particular person. Why would this particular person be my mentor? Is my voice cracking? I don't know why I'm getting all this notification. So some persons will go to the extent of telling you, why is it that this boy is always telling me to come to the meeting? He's always telling me to join into the meeting. This boy that is old enough, I'm old enough to be this boy's father. Why is this boy always disturbing me? So many times we look at our qualification, we'll say, I'm more qualified, I am more educated more than this particular person. Why is it that this person is my mentor? Automatically, those persons that are supposed to be your mentor, we don't look up to them. There are people that believe that the only person that can be their mentor is Dr. Victor Abauson. The only person that they can listen to is only Ambassador Michael Okoli. Whereas this business has already positioned somebody that is going to be mentoring you and guiding you. This person is going to hold you by your hands and take you to where you really want to get to. But the question is, how many of us are really appreciating that? We do not have a mentor. Your mentor will be saying this, you'll be doing another one because you believe the person cannot be your mentor. Then, no matter what you do in this business, and you don't have a specific mentor, that mentor that is close to you, that mentor that is guiding you in what you need to do, then no matter all the hustle, you will still remain where you are. You are still going to fail in this business. One good thing about this business is that, in actual sense, some of those things will regard as being abnormal. God really positioned them that way. For so many persons that look down on their mentor, you are not the person that made the person your mentor. Automatically, God positioned the person as your mentor by allowing you to sign in under that particular person, or by positioning you under that particular person. So you are not the one that positioned yourself there. So what you need to do is get a mentor that is going to be guiding you, because without getting a mentor, you are not going to get to that level you want to get to. The second one is when you do not have a specific goal. When you do not have a specific goal, they said if you do not have a dream, there will be nothing that will come to reality. So many of us are doing this business without a particular target. So many of us are doing this business because without a target, we don't have a goal. We are just here because others are here. We are here because they say the revolution at hand now is what? Is connected revolution. So therefore, let me position myself in connected revolution. I don't have a target in this connected revolution. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. But what matters to me is that I am already in connected revolution. When people talk, you tell them you are still in industrial revolution. I am already in connected revolution. But the question is, what is your target? What is your goal in this particular connected revolution? Or are you just there because others are there? So many of us are just here because others are here. What are you doing in this particular business? What do you hope to achieve in this particular business? It matters a lot, because what you hope to achieve is what is going to be your target in this business. So many of us don't really know that all of us are supposed to have a target. We do not know that all of us are supposed to have a dream. They say when you do not have a dream, what do you work for? What are you working for if you do not have a dream? First of all, when we came for our quick starter guide training, one of the first things that we are being told is what? That you should write down your why. And in that your why, after writing your why in this business, the next one is, what do you hope to achieve in this business in 2 to 4 years' time? I always tell people this. Whatever thing that doesn't have a long-term plan, you don't have a long-term plan for, like that thing is not worth it. Why do I always this. For so many of us that have really applied to get a job, maybe if you've gone for an interview earlier before now or earlier before you made this opportunity, because for so many of us that have, for so many of us that we've gone around the world like looking for where we are going to get a job, you can agree with me that nobody, when I say nobody, nobody's going to employ you in any firm if you do not do what? If you do not have a long-term plan about that particular company or about that particular organization. For example, after so many interviews, when so many questions have been asked to you, I think one of the next question you are going to be asked is, if you have been employed in our organization to work as depending on the position you are looking for, if you have been employed to work in so area, what do you hope to achieve in this particular organization in 2 to 4 years' time? Or where do you hope to be in this organization in 2 to 4 years' time? This is one of the questions that is being asked to you. And one funny thing is, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter your qualification, if you did not answer this particular question well, this can cost you that particular job that you qualify to get. It can cost you that particular job that you are like, automatically you are qualified to get this job, but this particular reason can really disqualify you because you do not have a long-term plan with the organization. You do not have a long-term plan with that particular company. So in this organization, what is your specific goal? Do you have a target? What are you working for? What are you aiming at when you are in this particular organization? I think the first thing we should tell ourselves is, at this moment, you are meant to touch yourself and ask yourself, what is my goal in this organization? Why am I running this particular organization? Am I in this organization because others are here? Then the answer that you give to yourself will help you get a specific goal for yourself, and you start working towards it. Make sure you do not sleep today without getting a goal on why you are running this particular business. Make sure you do not sleep until you get a reason why you are running the business. Then the third one from that particular 12 main reasons people fail in network marketing. The third one is what? The third one is when you do not stay focused. When you do not stay focused, there are so many of us that already have a goal. We already have a mentor. We already have a dream in this particular business, but we lack focus. When we talk about focus, we lack focus in all ramifications. So many of us don't know that there are so many things that really matter. Some of those things we look at like, oh, it doesn't really matter. It matters a lot in this particular organization. If you say you are going to do this, are you going to be focused on what you want to do until you achieve it? Or are you just going to be doing any one that comes to your mind? There are so many of us that are into this particular business, but we are not focused in this business. We are into this particular business. If we hear about another network marketing, we'll jump into that particular one because so many of us believe that network marketing is people that entered first, or let me not put my egg in one basket. All this type of thing, we do not stay focused. You hear that crowd 10 is out, you run into crowd 10. You hear that this one is out, you run into that particular one. Without knowing, we use the mentality of Ponzi scheme to come into this particular organization. You are meant to be in this business. I have a target in this business, but the question is, am I focused on achieving that particular goal? Because so many of us, when we joined this particular business, we were told, write down your goal, get a target in this business. We already have a target. We already have a goal in this business. We have a mentor that is already guiding us. But the question is, are we focused? So many of us are not really focused. We're not focused. We're not determined on how we are going to achieve that particular goal that we've achieved. We have so many dreams. We have so many things coming up on our head, popping up on our head every now and then. But every now and then, we are always distracted. Every little thing distracts us. There are so many of us that when we are there to join, maybe we have a book, now that we are reading Compound Effects. There are so many of us that have not even finished The Secret to Millionaire Mind. Why? Not that we are not willing to read it, but anytime we get our phone to read that particular book, one thing must come up. Is it that WhatsApp popped in and we leave what we are doing to go to WhatsApp, or Facebook popped in and you left what you are doing to go and check what is there, and from there you will even forget that you are reading. We are not focused when we say we want to when we want to do something. We have so many things to achieve. When we are in Zoom meeting, so many things distract us. So many of us are here in this Zoom meeting, but in actual sense, we do not understand even a single sentence from what the speaker is saying. Because of what? Because we cannot stay focused. There are so many of us that cannot stay focused to a particular thing, even for 5 minutes.
I tell her now. I tell her that the investor. I tell her, say you go carry power bank. Person will say make a power phone. The person will just plug. I tell her, say the person will just plug in cord like this. Once you
Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so sorry about that. So staying focused is one of the things that is going to give us success. If you are not focused, you do not have a specific goal, you do not have a mentor, then it is going to be hard to get to the level you want to get to. So that is it about not staying focused. Then the next one is when you do not do income producing activities. This is one of the sole things that will make you to fail in network marketing. How many of us are connectors? All of us are connectors. But the question is, how many of us knows what it means to be doing income producing activities? How many of us know the activities we are supposed to be doing in the business? There are activities in this organization that we call income producing activities. There are so many of us that think that the only activity we should do in this organization is join cell meeting. There are so many persons that the only thing we do in this organization is, let me join cell meeting. Once we join cell meeting, we are done with the activity for the day. Cell meeting is an avenue where we come to learn, develop ourselves, learn so many things that is going to help us in this organization. But the question is that enough? It is not enough. Because no matter how much you learn, if you do not take action with what you learn, you are not going to get to the next level. You will not still succeed. So one thing is to learn. Another thing is to take action with what you've actually learned. So what is your action? What action have you been taking about what you've been learning? Those actions you've been taking is what we call the income producing activities. We have what we call the income producing activities. So many of us, when they say we read first year in network marketing, do this one, we'll go into that, but in actual sense, we do not go for income producing activities. I'm sorry for that. We do not go for income producing activity, and it really affects so many of us. There are some income producing activities that no matter what happens, you're supposed to be doing that, because if you do not do it, it is really going to affect you. It is going to affect you. But the question is, how many of us know this? How many of us are paying attention to it? How many of us do booking in a day? How many times does your reservation code appear in your office? How many times does your reservation code appear in your office? If your reservation code does not appear in your office, what it means is that you are not doing the income producing activity. Because how many times have you done home launches within this particular year? One thing about the business is you are meant to do invitation. You are going to do it, and it is either you are inviting to Zoom, you are inviting to your office, or you are inviting to home launch. But what matters is that you are really going to be doing something. What are you doing? Does your reservation code reflect? Does it reflect? Or are you just there for just being there? That's the question we should ask ourselves. Are you just there for being there? These are the things that are really necessary. What are the income producing activities? So many of us will say, yes, I used to book, but so many of us used to book once in a week. If you're part of the persons that book once in a week, you're not doing any income producing activities. So, because that office that is on every day is on not for any other person, but for you and your team members. So you are meant to be booking every day. How many invitations do you do on daily basis? How many activities do you do on daily basis? Or you are just there? This is the fourth one. Then the next one we are going to be talking about is when you are too negative. When you are too negative, you are going to do what? You are going to fail in network marketing. When we talk about being negative in this particular business, so many persons think that it is only when I believe the business will not work for me. No. There are so many things that will make you become too negative, even without you knowing that you are too negative. What are those factors? There are so many of us that associate with people that are negative. They're not in this business, but they are too negative about the business to the extent that when they are talking negatively about the business, we cannot even say anything because we are tired of saying something. They are too negative. We are surrounded by so many persons that are so negative about the business. We are surrounded. Some of our friends are so negative about it. We are so close to them. We are too close to some of our family members that are so close, that are so negative about the business. Our environment is so negative about the business. We are so connected to them. No matter how you try to be positive in this particular business, and people that are too negative are surrounding you, it is still going to be hard for you to be positive 100%. Automatically, you are going to find out that you are already negative without knowing you are negative. So many of us running this business, in actual sense, we believe in the business, but we already negative even without knowing we are negative. When you are too negative in the business, it affects you and it affects what you are doing in this particular business. The question is, are you negative in this business? Who am I associating myself with? Those persons I'm associating myself with, are they the set of persons that when I always come close to them, they are going to say some negative things about me and about what I am doing? If these are the set of person I am so close to, I think I am supposed to be working on myself, on how I am going to live, or how I am going to be detaching myself from them. It is very, very necessary. Being so negative about what somebody is doing, it affects the person even without the person knowing that it is affecting him. So which one are you into? If you know, nobody can come and say, some of my friends are negative, but it is not affecting me. When it will start affecting you, you will not still know. When you are too negative, or when you are surrounding yourself with people that are so negative, it affects you and affects your business. So we're going to go to the next one, which is what? When you fail to train your team. So many persons believe that before I say I have a team is when I have over 30 persons in my network. When I have over 50 persons in my network, then I can talk about having a team. Having a team starts from your mindset. It starts from your mindset. There are so many persons that in actual sense, they've not even connected one person, but within themselves, they believe they already have a team. You having a team does not really mean you must have 100 persons in your network before you say you have a team. What are you doing? I have connected one person in this business. What have you told them about the business? How many times do you train them in this business? There are so many of us that went for this particular retreat. We've connected one person, and because of some circumstances, that one person we connected was not able to go for that particular retreat. Since we came back, have you called the person to explain to the person what you've learned? How many times have you trained the person to let the person know what he's supposed to be doing? And the irony of life is so many of us are really scared of training. Why? Because we always believe that for you to train somebody, we must have to stand on stage. We must have to be on stage before we start thinking about training somebody. But in actual sense, is a lie. When we talk about training, you must not be on stage before you start training somebody. So many times when you ask somebody, are you training your team member? The person will tell you, I've not gotten to the level of training my team members now. I am not yet a leader. No, you must not stay on stage before you train somebody. It might be that you are guiding the person on how the person is going to submit his contact list, how the person is going to segment his contact list. After watching movie, you call the person to ask the person question. After watching some of our SMO activities, SMO videos, you call the person to ask the person, do you have a question? You ask the person questions to be sure that the person learned something. Some of the areas the person didn't talk about, you explain it to the person, you're already training them. And one funny thing is that this area of training is in our cardinal culture, and you must have to do this before you get to the next level. How many times do you call your team members? You ask them, do you have any challenge? You are the only one that when you have challenge, you disturb both your upline, your downline, your leader's leader. You disturb them with your problem without knowing that even those persons you connected also have a problem. How many times have you called your team members to address some of their challenges, to train them on what they're supposed to be doing in order for them to get to the next level? If you are not doing this, you are not yet a leader and you are not still ready to get to the next level. So many of us are doing activities every day. We have do all it takes, but in actual sense, we are doing it alone. There are so many of us that we know how to do invitation, but nobody in our team members does invitation because we think we are the omega. We cannot train our team members to be doing invitation. Then you are not ready to grow in network marketing. You're not ready to grow. So that's it. So the next one is what? The next one is lack of skills. Lack of skills. The question is, what are the skills in this particular network marketing? How many skills do we have in this business? That's the question. You first of all understand the skills we have in this organization before you start knowing them bit by bit. How many skills do we have in network marketing? These skills we talk about are the things that would take you to the next level. If you, no matter what you know, no matter what to do, and you do not know how many skills we have, and we do not know those skills that we have, and you're not working with these particular skills, oh no. Get the highest mentor, do whatever thing you are supposed to be doing, believe in the business from now to tomorrow, and you are not working with those skills, forget about it. You will fail in network marketing. We have 7 skills. Yes, I can see people typing on the comment section. We have 7 skills in network marketing. The question is, do you know the 7 skills that are in this network marketing? If you know them, then you are good to go. If you know them, the next one is, how many of them are you already working with? Because for you to know them, it means you are already taking action with them. How many of them are you taking action with? We have the 7 skills in network marketing. The first one is prospecting. The second one is inviting. Third one is presenting. We have another one, follow up. We have close down. We have starting up a new distributor and what? Promoting events. These 7 skills are the skills that even when you are sleeping, you will still be mentioning it in your dream. You are supposed to know them and have it at your fingertips. You are supposed to know them and know the actions associated to all the skills. Because you don't just know them and keep them. You know them and do what? You know them and have it at your fingertips and take action with it. For so many of them that doesn't, so many of us that don't know it, I think Coach Siso have posted it on the comment section. You can copy it out from there. If you do not know the 7 skills, please, today, know the 7 skills that will take you to the next level in this business. You cannot say you are learning mechanic without you knowing the one that is spanner, without you knowing the one that is screwdriver, without you knowing the one that is flat. I don't know with the one they call, is it 10 or 7? 7 by 10, 8 by 10, all those things. You cannot say you are a mechanic without you knowing the tools that will make you successful in that area. You cannot say you are a network marketer without you knowing the 7 skills, because these 7 skills is more like the orishirishi, is more like the condiments that makes our soup or our pot of soup to come out very delicious. You cannot cook without putting in salt. You cannot say, I've put in pepper, I will not put in salt. You cannot say, I've put in salt, I will not put in Maggi. You cannot say, I've put in Maggi, I will not put red oil. You cannot say red oil is there and I'm not going to put in, like all the condiments must be intact. So the condiments that makes this organization, that make us get results, that makes our pot of soup to be sweet and more delicious in this particular organization is what? The 7 skills of network marketing. There are still so many of us that knows these 7 skills. If you tell us to mention them from now to tomorrow, we can mention them off heart. But the question is, are you a professional in these skills? Or are you still lacking in this particular skills? The question is, what is my level in this particular skill? Am I still lacking the skills or am I just there? Because if you're lacking in these skills, it is going to affect you. The next one is what? Fear. Fear. So many of us knows what it takes. So many of us are already doing the business. So many of us, we know the skills, but we are always afraid. We have so many things we are afraid of. We are afraid of rejection. We are afraid of not getting results. We are afraid of getting started. We are afraid of, in short, even before we book somebody, we are afraid that the person will not sign in. We are afraid that the person will not say yes to us. Fear. There are so many of us that are so intelligent. There are so many of us that have the capacity. There are so many of us that we are meant to be world famous speaker, but we are still limited because of fear. There are so many of us that when they stand on stage to present, we are going to get results more than Dr. Victor Abasan because we already have the capacity. God blessed you with the capacity. God blessed you with what it takes. But we are still where we are because of fear. There are so many of us here that are supposed to be pros in invitation, but we are afraid to start inviting. There are so many of us that are afraid of so many things that is going to take us to the next level. When they tell us that our success is behind our fears, we do not understand it until you let go of your fears and take action based on what you need to do. Our success is behind our fears. And the earlier you surmount the fears, the earlier you start seeing the success. If you do not surmount those fears, those success will be there lying and you are not going to get it. What am I afraid of doing in this business? Am I afraid of making calls? Am I afraid of follow-up? Am I afraid of closing down? Am I afraid of invitation? Am I afraid of presenting? What are you afraid of? The earlier you identify those things you are afraid of and start surmounting those fears, the better for each and every one of us. because those fears will deal with you. Fears will always make you think less of yourself. Fears have already made so many of us become, so many of us are already categorized as people that have low self-esteem because we are afraid. There are so many of us that when a question is being asked, we have a solution to the problem we are having in the office, but fear will not allow us give the solution. And we're still having that challenge. We know the problem our team members are having, but our fears cannot allow us get what we want to get. What is it that you are afraid of? Identify that thing that you're afraid of. So many of us are afraid of, you see, follow-up. When people mention follow-up, you hear excuses. People are more afraid of follow-up more than we are afraid of even booking. I have a friend that told me, instead of following up, give me another contact, the 100 contact list for me to book. I don't like following up. But in actual sense, Eric Warren told us that the fortune is in what? Is in follow-up. So one thing that fear will do to you is that fear will always know that place that there is fortune. It will always know that place that once you start doing it, you start getting to the next level. What will it do? It will come and start hindering you. It will come and start capturing your mind, making you to be afraid and not allowing you get to where you want to get to. It is a wake-up call for each and every one of us. For us to do what? For us to know what we are afraid of. Surmount those your fears so that you can be able to get to the next level. Then we also have another one, which is what? They don't love. I know so many persons will be asking, what does this mean? So many of us are in this business, but in actual sense, we do not love this business. We don't love it. We are even scared of the business. There are so many people that so many times they will tell you, please, ma, I want to encash my money. Now that I am seeing it, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Like, what do you mean? Organizations that have been existing for years is not because of maybe 30-something thousand naira in your account. You don't know when you are going to, like, you are saying, please, I want to encash my money. Let me be sure it is real. We do not believe in what we are doing. They don't love. We don't love the products. So many of us allow our product to expire because we don't believe in it. We don't love it. We don't love the organization. We don't even love our leaders. There are people that the way we attack our leaders is the reason why we are still where we are. You hate your leaders for no just cause. Because you believe that your leader is growing in this business because of you. Take it or leave it. You see, that's your leader you look up to, and you think you are the one making your leader to grow in this business. I want to bet you today, if you want to quit from the business, you can tell us on time so that we'll prepare Senfort. We used to do Senfort party for people that wants to quit, but you have to inform us on time. So if you want to quit because your leader is excelling or growing because of you, please inform us on time. We are going to be organizing a Senfort party for you so that you will go. Once you go, I want you to watch your leader from that day that you left the business till 6 months or 1 year time. You come out and you come back and start seeing your leader at the highest level that you never imagined. Because when people quit in this business, they think that they are quitting because this is my leader. He's growing because once I'm making results, he's getting results. He's growing because of me. I don't even like this particular person. I'm not going to be doing this business again. I want to ask this question. If I do not do this business because my leader will be getting results, if I say I want to quit from this business because if I quit from this business, it is going to affect my leader. If now that I'm doing the business, my leader is growing because I'm doing this business. So automatically, because my leader is growing, because I'm doing this business, I want to quit from this business. If I quit from this business, I want to ask this question, please, who is losing? Is it me that quit the business that is losing, or the leader that I'm quitting because he's growing in the business? I want to know who is losing. I want us to type it on the comment section, because I want to know if I am the one losing or it's my leader that is losing. Once somebody is already your leader, he's not just a leader for nothing's sake. That person is already a leader for some reason. The reason why that person is a leader is because he's just there helping you to grow. So if you quit because of any reason, my dear, forget about it. You will lose and lose and lose, and that person will still be growing. So if you want, that's why we always tell people, if you want to quit, the only thing you can do for us is inform us on time, so that you will not say you didn't gain anything. We will organize a Sanford party for you. We will cook rice, enough meat, and send you forth, because we already know that without you, we will grow faster. There are so many persons that they are in because they are in that office. That is the reason why office will never grow. I don't love my leader. Because I don't love my leader, I cannot keep the hatred all to myself. I will start instigating others to be hating the leaders. Please, we would prefer you quit the business than instigating other people to hate another person. If you have a problem with somebody, it is either you solve it with that particular person, or you do what? Or you leave the business. Don't go ahead instigating people. I don't like the supplement. I go ahead instigating people to wait. A supplement that is supposed to make the person live longer. You are instigating people not to take supplements. You allow your own supplement to expire. You are instigating people not to take it. I don't like the activities. You are instigating others not to be doing activities because you do not like it. There are so many of us that in our business, in our different offices, we rub shoulders with our leader. And when we rub shoulders with our leader, we come out and tell others, see, it's you people that this man will be talking to now. It's you people now. He cannot talk to me like that. He knows it now. If he talks to me, I'll give it to him back to back. Are you mad? Are you crazy? First of all, in whose office? You are in that particular person's office and you are hating the person. If you think you want to hate your leader, please, can you leave and go and get your office? You are hating your leader for no reason. You think before you quit the business, you have to organize people that will quit. Oh, announcement. I want to let you know, the wolves we have in our office is way more than the sheep we have. For so many of us that came into this business with a target, with a vision, please do not allow a visionless person to cut down your vision, because so many persons do not have a vision. They always say this, among 12 there must be a Judah. Never you think that everybody in the office love what they are doing. Never you think that everybody in the business have a vision. Never you think that everybody in the business are in love with the vision of the organization. There must be a Judah. So I am just giving this announcement for some of the sheep that by now the wolves are, that are trying to convert you to becoming another wolf. You will just hustle and you will never get anything. They don't love. We don't love network marketing. So many of us, if they ask us, what are you doing? We are scared to tell people, I am a network marketing professional. I'm a consultant with a network marketing organization. We are afraid to tell people who, because within us, we are doing this business, but we do not even love the business we are doing. We do not even love it. We don't love the business. We don't love our leaders. We don't love the product. We don't love anything, but we believe we can succeed here. If you do not love this business, it is either you start loving it or you go your way. You don't even have option than loving it. Why won't you love the business? A business that gives you money. Which one do you prefer? You don't love this business. Which one do you love? You want to go and start doing building material. What is it that you're doing in building materials that you don't do here? Go and do building materials now. So many of us that still have cement that we got for 4,000 naira, it is still in our shops. You now say, dollars are rising. Very soon, things will start going. What is it that you will love? If you do not love this business, no problem. No problem. It's you people who use and shine. Why? Because so many persons that say they don't love the business when they were doing Own Your Life campaign are the people that are loving the business right now that we are doing Diamond Project. And you know the funny thing? They pay to get that presentation they would have gotten free. They pay to get that presentation they would have gotten free of charge. In Own Your Life campaign, the presentation was free of charge. In La Buena Vida campaign, presentation was free of charge. Right now, the Diamond Project is there. Those presentations that me and you got for free of charge, they are now paying to get the presentation. And you know another good thing, had it been they joined when it was La Buena Vida, our direct connector bonus would have been what? 5,000 naira. And right now, because they say they don't love the business then, and right now they're already loving the business they say they don't love, direct connector bonus is how much again? 20,000 naira, because one person joined this business. Please, who is losing? If you do not love, please don't love in peace. We don't want people that love, because if you do not love, it is still going to be to our advantage. We need to develop love for our business. We need to develop love for our leaders. Why I'm stressing on this issue of leaders is because for so many of us that are having issues with our leaders, I am sorry for you. I am sorry. In short, if you know you are having issues with your leaders, immediately after cell meeting today, please and please go and apologize. I know why I'm saying you should go and apologize, because you will not understand the area I am coming from until it starts affecting you. If you are one of the wolves that goes ahead to eat the sheep that your leaders are raising, turn into a new leaf, because what goes around will still come around. And when it will come around, you will not handle it. You will end up struggling and struggling. Even to get money for booking, you will not still get. Go and apologize today and develop love for whatever thing we are doing in this particular business. It is very, very necessary. The next one is when you don't get involved in team big events. When you don't get involved in team big events, every now and then we'll have team big events. We did one, I think it was last 2 weekends. We did, yes, last 2 weekends. We had a very big event. The question is, how many of us attended? There are so many of us that we do not have any good reason. Like, you are just in your house, you were saying, nah, this event that they want to go, I don't know, what will I even tell my mentor? You look for this story, say, this story no go sweet. You cook up another one, you cook up another one, until you cook up a very sweet story. And you do what? You use that as an excuse. To what end, my dear? Who is losing? I tell people, for anybody that missed this particular summit, even in the next 5 years, you will not recover. Because no matter what people come out to tell you that they learned from that particular summit, they can never exhaust everything that happened there. It's not possible. We have team big events, but so many of us that think we know it. Some people will say, what is it that I'm also going there to do? Is it not the training that I'm doing every day? Is it not Dr. Victor that is always training us? They're always teaching us every day now. What am I going there that will waste my transport? I will now go and stay there. Some persons will give excuse like, I cannot leave my children and go for big events. Please, what are you doing this business for? Is it not because of your children? And you cannot go there to get some of the things that is going to make you grow. Whatever area you are, and at every point in time, you don't go to upgrade yourself, you will stay stagnant. This is the reason why so many mechanics that were known 5 years ago, if you call their name today, nobody knows them, especially those persons that never upgraded. Because in that era, they are professional, they knows what it takes. And because they have the confidence that they know what it, like everybody knows them, that the best mechanic in that area, that confidence don't allow them grow. Because they will never upgrade themselves. If you call their name today, nobody knows them again. They are the set of mechanic that if you go to them, before they identify a particular problem in your car, they will lose everything in your engine before they identify a problem. But today, we have upgraded mechanics that once you get to them, they will place computer under your car, and automatically they will dictate where the problem is. They will go there and solve the problem, and you will go. If you have your car, will you carry your car to that particular person that dictates with computer, or you carry your car to the person that will always lose all the nuts in your car before identifying a problem? Automatically, you will go to the person that will identify with computer. You're already a professional, you're already a leader in this particular organization. You are still trying to grow in this business, and you avoid team big events. You do not upgrade. You can never upgrade. And before you know it, your name that people have been mentioning every now and then as one of the leaders, as one of the successful people in the organization, before you know it, people will stop hearing your name because you fail to attend team big events, because you do not upgrade yourself. You are going to be upgrading yourself every now and then. Leave some of these excuses we give. Leave some of these stories we cook up. Upgrade yourself at every point in time. So many of us don't even go for trainings we have in school, we have in our offices, because we believe we know them. It's about time. And you start seeing yourself depreciating. There is no village people doing it to you. You are the one doing it yourself because you fail to upgrade at every point in time. So the next one is when you don't invest in personal development. We don't invest in personal development, you cannot succeed. One good thing this business have done to us, or one good thing this business have done to me, is personal development. I always tell people, I was not born this way. Normal me, normal old Genevieve cannot be speaking this way and speaking confidently. I cannot stand on stage facing crowds and talking to them. Normal me cannot go for presentation. I am seeing a medical doctor there. I am seeing a barrister there, and I'm speaking confidently. Normal me does not do that. If there is nothing this organization have done to me, it has helped me in personal development. So many of us, we say we don't know how to speak out because you don't know how to speak out. If they tell you to speak so that you make money, won't you talk from today to tomorrow? What are you doing? What is it with all these excuses? We'll come to sell meeting, we'll have a training, and at the end of the day, we'll say, please, if you know you learned something, raise up your hand and share what you learned. You know you learned something, no? You will not raise up your hand because you are scared. Even in Zoom, then you can even off your video and nobody will be seeing you. You don't know that part of the places we develop ourselves is from Zoom. It is from Zoom. You raise up your hand, even if you don't know what to say. Greet the moderator. Greet the moderator. Tell the person, I learned a lot from this particular. Say one thing that you learned and off your microphone. From there, you will start surmounting those fears. From there, gradually, you start becoming a speaker. Nobody is born a pro. Everybody develops him or herself towards becoming a pro. And you must have to start somewhere. Even if you don't know where to start from just, if you greet the moderator and just tell them, I just wanted to appreciate what you guys are doing. Please, it's okay. Start from somewhere and start developing yourself. Personal development goes a long way in this business. You cannot even grow a team. You cannot even grow a business in this organization without you developing yourself. Because every now and then, you are meant to be addressing your team members. You are meant to be growing. You are meant to be upgrading yourself. In team development, it is not for people that knows how to speak English. Any language you know you can speak, use it. Use it. Before I started speaking like this in this organization, before I say anything on Zoom, I have to sit back, rehearse my English, rehearse it over and over again so that I will not make mistake. I'll rehearse it before coming out to say anything. And as I'm saying it so fast, so I will not forget it, so I will not go back, so I will not make mistake. Because, you have to rehearse, you have to cram. But today, I can speak without rehearsing, all because I am focused on personal development. Why am I saying this? There are so many persons that are still not really growing because they've not developed themselves. One of the best ways you can start speaking to people is from this particular Zoom. Always share on Zoom. The little you learned. You must not speak for 10 minutes before you say you learned something. Even if you speak for 2 minutes, it's okay. But always share. It's part of our personal development in this particular organization. The question is, how many of these skills, how many of these things that I've said now, how many of them am I going to work with? How many of them? Because if you do not work with, and if you are still in this area where you lack skills, you have fear, you don't love your leader, you don't get involved in team big events, you don't invest in personal development, you are going to still struggle and not get it right. Then the next one is what? When you quit too early. So many of us are already packing our bags of quitting. Congratulations, my dear. So many of us are already packing our bags. As I'm talking to you, we are not seeing any reason why we should do this business again. We are packing our bags to quit. Hey, go and ask people that quit in 2020. Go and also ask people that quit in 2021. Go and ask people that quit in 2022. Go and ask people that quit in 2023. You are going to join the people that quit in 2024. I will not tell you not to quit, but it is never good to quit too early. That is the reason why we always say this. Have a target for 2 to 4 years' time. Have a target for 2 to 4 years' time. For so many of us that went to school, so many of us spent over 5 years, 6 years in school. What happens when you come out? You come out and start doing what? And start looking for a job. Because that you spent 5 years in school is not a guarantee that immediately you are coming out to become successful. So many of us that even got a job, up to now, we are not still successful. We are still struggling. It is from this loan house to the other loan house, to the other loan house, to the other loan house. The only place we see ourselves is in loan house. In this business, when you quit so early, your target remains unachieved. Your dreams remains unrealistic when you quit so early. If you're part of the persons that have packed your bag of quitting, please, you have to inform us on time because our send forth party is still on. We got to send you forth. We have to, you cannot just be part of this organization and you don't collect a send forth party. Please remind us on time. Oh, chat your leader, chat your mentor, tell your mentor, I will be quitting from so time to so time. And we are going to inform you when we are going to be hosting your send forth party. I don't know who we are going to host send forth party for. But if I wouldn't pray that any of us, like short, I will come and eat the rice. But one thing I'm sure is that nobody will host send forth party for me. So I don't know who we are going to eat rice on the person's send forth party. But if you know you want to shift, it's good though. We want to send you forth now. Where that place you are going, waiting there. Once we send you forth, we'll give you target when you come back and see us. Because in our send forth party, we'll set a plan for you. We'll give you a target of 6 months to 1 month, 1 year. As you are going from the business, you are not going out for more. So you are seeing, we still love you. Even though we are sending you forth, we still love you. And because we love you, we will be inviting you back in 6 to 1 year back to come back to the office so that we can also stay together and have a merriment. If you come back in that 6 months to 1 year time, by then you will be the one to use your mouth and say what you are going to see. Because one thing we are going to make sure is that even that place you are, if they join everybody there together, they will not still be better than those persons you left. They will not still be better than those persons that did send forth party for you. Why do we quit so early? We are always in a haste to achieve all the achievable. So many of us will say, I've done this business for 6 months. I've not achieved anything. Yes, you've done the business for 6 months. You've not achieved anything. What are you doing? How many times do you book? Do you do income producing activities? Or you are just there? You are doing the business because if they go to payment book, your name is there. If you open DTC, your name will appear as one of the persons that have DTC. That you have DTC doesn't mean you are running the business. That you paid 49,990, you paid 69,990, that you even pay 31 account doesn't mean you are running the business. So many persons paid a lot of money to get product. They are just here for the product. So it doesn't mean you are running the business. You stayed here for 6 months, you stayed here for 1 year. Are you doing the business? That's the question. If you're not doing the business, the best thing that can happen to you is for you to start doing the business. Do not quit too early if you want to grow in this business. If you want to grow in anything you want to do, don't be in a haste. Do not quit too early. Instead of being in a haste to quit, be in a haste to succeed so that you are going to see yourself in the next realm. So these are the 12 things that if you start doing, if you avoid them, you are going to see yourself in the next level. The question is, how many of us are going to work with some of these things we learned today? Because one thing I said is, one thing is to learn in cell meeting. Another thing is to do what? Another thing is to take action based on what we've learned. So the question is, how many of us are going to take action based on what we learned today? If you know you're going to be part of the person that are going to take action based on what we learned today, I want you to go to the comment section and type I. Just go and type that you are going to take action based on what you learned today. Because one thing that is necessary is that so far you are taking action with what you learned, automatically you are already making ways towards your success. This particular training, I don't know who this training is for, because I'm really, really short. I am certain that the training is not for everybody. This training might just be for one person. This training might just be for 2 persons. It might just be for 3 persons that are here. But one thing I am sure is that in as much as we are over 100, both here and on YouTube, this particular training is not for everybody. If this training is really for you, I want you to hold on to this and start working towards it. Make sure you are doing income producing activity. Make sure you know the skills and you are taking action based on it, so that at the end of the day, you are going to see yourself grow to the next level. So I want to use this medium to appreciate everybody. I want to use this medium to appreciate everybody that stayed to the end of this particular training. And most importantly, I want to also appreciate my own leader, my own mentor, our own super mentor that gave me this beautiful opportunity to speak to each and every one of us. I want to appreciate our great leader, Consultant ESOMCHI Anthony. Please, if you know he's also your leader, please go to the comment section and appreciate him for giving me this opportunity for you to hear my voice today. So I really appreciate you, my mentor, for this wonderful opportunity. So right now, please, if you know you've not submitted your AP form, please make sure you do that this morning, so that you are going to, those persons that are APs are going to be part of the persons that will be onboarded. Remember, the target is what? Becoming a kinsman. At this point in time, the target is becoming a kinsman. If you are not here and you are not yet a kinsman, please do what it takes for you to become a kinsman. Nobody should miss this immersion. If you know you are here, you are not yet a kinsman, not just you becoming a kinsman, make sure your team members are kinsman. The question is, how many of your team members will be going for this immersion with you? So make sure you are submitting AP meeting. Make sure you are submitting AP letters, so that they can be onboarded, so that you are going to qualify, so that your team members are going to qualify to be part of this particular immersion coming up. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your audience. I really appreciate each and every one of us. Make sure you do your activities for today. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye for now.
Yeah.